Hi there, it's Karen from Good Clean Chow. So I've asked you guys to put some questions together and I'll try my best to answer. I'm not saying what I say is right, but it's what I believe, and you guys can comment afterwards on what I say if you like. Okay, so first one is from Emma Morgan. She wants to know about wheatgrass. Is it all it's cracked up to be? Is it some sort of superfood? I remember when it was trendy way back ages ago with juice bars and stuff like that. There you get your shot of wheatgrass. It doesn't taste great, which is one thing, but it does have a pretty decent nutrient profile. But it is pretty much on a par with spinach, which I prefer. I like incorporating that in different meals and things. So yeah, it's a pretty decent food, but I don't think it's amazing and it's going to do you any more good than a bunch of spinach. I'm not even sure how much it is. If it's expensive, I wouldn't waste your money on it, to be honest. Okay, thank you, Emma. Next one from Carrie Porshahidi. She wants to know the best ways to beat sugar cravings. Well, this is obviously a problem for a lot of people. I'm lucky I don't really have a sweet tooth, so I don't have that problem. But I think don't beat yourself up if you want something and you eat it and you feel guilty. It's not going to do yourself any good. I think you just got to accept that you've eaten it and move on from there. But if you want to try and change things, I find if you eat a lot more fat, you don't want to snack as much. So if you're building in your avocados and your olive oil in your salad and cooking in butter and things like that, there you are more satiated. However, if you do fancy something after dinner later on, I quite like chopping up a bit of a green apple and dipping it in some almond butter, or a wee square or two of dark chocolate. I do like high cacao chocolate. It's better antioxidant chocolate for you, and I get that not everybody's going to go straight in and love 100% cacao, but you can work yourself up to that. It's just that little square can be enough to satisfy you because you can't eat an awful lot of it. It's so sort of rich. Also, another hint, if you feel like you've eaten enough but you're going to be tempted later on, do you know what you need to do? Brush your teeth. It's kind of like saying to your system, I'm done for the day, I'm not going to eat anymore and I'm going to go to bed shortly. So that's another wee hint. Carrie Brown, she asks, how long do you need to eliminate a food before you see its effect? Well, I guess it depends on the food. For some people, if they eat bread, they're instantly bloated. They instantly have a reaction to it, and you know that their system is not doing well with it. So if you give that up, you're probably going to notice straight away. However, if you start gradually cleaning up your diet, I would say 30 days would be what it would take for you to notice a real difference. And then you can test yourself and eat that food that you've maybe eliminated and see how you feel. So for instance, if I was to take beer now, it just doesn't really agree with me. I can tell that my body's kind of going, do you know what, this is not great. I've conditioned myself not to like it, and my stomach doesn't thank me for it either. So I would say 30 days, and you almost become addicted to that sort of the way you feel better after the 30 days. So you don't really want to maybe introduce this food again. So it's worth playing with things that way. That kind of leads on to the next one from Lou Francis. She asks, cheat days and meals discuss with reference to whenever you start paleo and you really crave those foods, do you think you're maybe more likely to binge on them? Well, I have a bit of a problem with cheat days. I don't like the word. It makes me think that you're torturing yourself all week and then you get to this Saturday night and you're just going to eat all the junk that you can get your hands on, and of course you're going to feel wretched because you've done that. So what is a cheat day? I just think to eat paleo, it is a gradual process and you're not going to just cut everything out straight away and love it. It's taken me 1 or 2 years to get to where I am, and it has to become a lifestyle. You just shouldn't feel like there's going to be a day where you're going to just eat whatever you want, and it's like food that's not even real food, like jelly sweets and trashy chocolate bars are just full of rubbish. It's creating a lifestyle, and if you want something sweet, it's still trying to eat real food, like the paleo treats that you can make, which I'll be sort of sharing more of in the future as well. So cheat days kind of bother me because they put you in mind of basically you're torturing yourself all week and then you've got this reward, but it should just be a natural eating plan that feels good for you. And next one, we've got Emma Cantley Donnelly. She's asking rapeseed oil versus olive oil. I don't use rapeseed oil. I know it is a vegetable oil, so I would be pretty much against those, mainly because they're unstable in the heating process. But however, rapeseed is getting some sort of news and press, basically because it is a heat stable fat. However, I believe the equivalent of it in America is canola oil, and it is very heavily processed to be, you know, produced into an oil. It'll be bleached and lots of chemicals. I'm not sure about the process of how rapeseed oil is created, but it's too much of a grey area for me to want to use it. And olive oil, again, it is heat sensitive, so I wouldn't cook with it. I would only cook with butter or coconut oil. But olive oil is great for throwing on your salad and mixing it with some sort of cider vinegar and some mustard and things like that there. Then we have Nina. She says, can you mix a paleo diet with an ordinary diet? Well, that's kind of what you'll be doing if you're starting on the paleo plan. You will be gradually cutting things out, so you're mixing it. But I wouldn't do it as a rule because it's kind of counterintuitive. So yes, the first things that I would tend to cut out if you're starting afresh would be all your veg oils, because they're just so pro-inflammatory to your body. It's just a whole host of problems will occur from that sort of thing. So if you cut out your vegetable oils, cut out your grains, and mainly all of your processed foods. If you're looking at a packet and there's all this crazy stuff in it, it's probably something you shouldn't be eating. So that's a good start, and then the rest kind of comes naturally, and you start craving good food. You know, your palate changes and you like the taste of real food. So guys, I think I've covered everything there, but thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll be putting some more stuff up on our channel here. I've got a video there up from Louise on some exercise techniques. There's an alarm going off here, great. But keep checking back and we'll see what we can do for you. Thank you.